Um, so that should be on, I think. Okay. So, so I'd like to introduce you, Omar. You're the chief executive of the Media Trader, and you're based in London. I'd like you to explain what your company actually does.
Okay. So as you said, my name is Omar Maes, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Media Trader, which is a technology company specialized in media buying, so advertisement space buying on offline and online medias.
Am I right in thinking that it's mainly focused on social media, or is it general media?
It's general media. We have a strong knowledge of social media, but that's just one part of it. So effectively, everything which is social media is something we are quite keen to do for clients. So social meaning Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, recently TikTok, Snapchat, and all the others. WeChat typically for Chinese audiences. But where we are quite strong in is more on the behavioral part, which means getting people accordingly to some behaviors that have presented on the net, meaning retargeting and targeting specific audience.
Okay. Do you get involved with influencers at all? People who do this influencing, do you get involved in that side of things?
No, we don't do influencer. It's too niche for us. We don't do that.
Okay, so the company is essentially then, a trading platform where agencies can come to you and actually use the platform to purchase advertisements. Is that the general feel of it?
Yeah. So I was discussing with my business partner effectively this morning to refine the kind of clients we have in terms of agencies. So we discuss about 4 main agencies. So typically there is what we can call the Europe, so the international or pan-national agencies who are just there to pass and through orders, typically some state-sponsored, STEM-sponsored campaign from the one we are working for is like Oli from Spain, so it's an agency in Madrid, which is pushing some advertisement for the promotion of the Oli from Spain, which is a state-run campaign. And those guys need people to help them to buy for the right price advertisement space in the print, so magazines, in TV, radio, and at the same time online. So that's what we do. That's the first kind of a big agency we are working for. After, there is agency who are more specialized. So we are working with, typically we are working with a company which is still one of the leader in in-flight marketing.
Right.
So which is everything which is related to travelers. They don't have any abilities to do anything online, or they didn't have any at the moment. So we help them to effectively assess what are the opportunities online, and effectively when they are selling campaign on flight to their clients, we are helping them to sell online advertisement too. Okay. So typically we did some targeting, some traveler targeting for Chanel, for the travel retail of Chanel, which is in Rome. So getting people on the airport of Rome, which are travelers, and going to the Chanel shop to test, I think it was the last perfume, so Mademoiselle of Chanel. So that's the kind of thing we are doing. So that's the second big type of agency we are working with. Then you have another type, which is specialized agencies. So typically there is one I have in mind, which is the one I'm working with in London, which is a specialized agency who has been built by musical shows producers to provide to the musical show world, so West End shows, some marketing ability. Okay. So they didn't have any abilities to do anything online. They had a bit of understanding of who to talk to get some campaign on out of home in London, because everything is run by TfL, so you know who you need to discuss to get some advertisement out on a TfL network. So it's Experian Media, typically on this case. But we build with them a company to effectively be able to buy for them all media needed on pretty much all the shows they have, and they have touring shows. So some of them are not only going to London, but are going to place in the UK. I don't even know how to pronounce the name because it's in Wales or like Birmingham, Manchester, and all the other.
So essentially, you would sort of create a platform for an individual agency that relates to their marketplace, or a space on the platform.
Yeah, that's the kind of that's the kind of agency where we had the biggest achievement for the moment. Yes, is often agencies who are quite strong in their niche market due to relationship or due to something in particular where they are quite strong for. And we have the abilities to provide them a platform, helping them to effectively buy the media they need for their own clients. So that's what we are doing.
The appeal to an agency would be that instead of hunting around trying to find media or dealing with a media agent, that with yourselves they could have essentially their own media portal that is geared up for their particular business, so that they can feel confident with the clients that they're working with, knowing that essentially it's all covered within their individual.
Yeah, exactly. And because
they in themselves then become a kind of media company as well, because you put it all together for them. Yeah
exactly.
So and how competitive is the buy-in process? If they are buying the media through this portal, how competitive is the buy-in?
We are quite competitive due to different reasons. First of all, because my business partner has been into that market for 25 years, so he knows pretty much everyone. So he has a strong and in-depth relationship with all the major headquarters of big media house.
What's his name?
Fabrice Cardigli.
Philip Miscalati.
Scardigli.
Scardigli. Okay. All right. Pronunciation I find difficult, but okay, fine.
No,
okay.
That's okay.
And where is he based?
He's based in Nice.
Based in Nice. Oh, right.
Yeah. He sold typically. He was working for France TV.
Wait, yeah.
Started. He built in France TV the advertising regie, so the sales rep of France TV.
Right.
Until the date where the French government decided to stop advertising in the French home TV, so he had to get out. He went to build an international network called World Web Network. He sold to Anderton in the 2000 something, and then he built another sales rep network called S-Regie. He sold again in 2013 or 14, don't remember.
Okay.
And in 2016, we have built that company, so the Media Trader, which is another kind of network, obviously.
Right.
So he has all the introduction.
So he's an entrepreneur with sort of lots of experience of building up companies in this sector.
Exactly. So he knows a lot of, he knows pretty much all the good people to know to get a high introduction with the major groups and group
Yeah.
media. And that's often enough to have access to a huge discount.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, Fabrice himself and his network and ourselves, we are already buying quite a huge amount of media. Therefore, we typically, if I'm going to the West End shows, the discount they had was 15%, and that's it from rate price with exterior media when they were going to go to exterior media. And since we have taken in account this buying for them, there is 10% discount which has been added on top.
Right. Okay. And at the moment, is most of the business European, or is it? And you are building up the UK office, or is it spread across all countries?
It's pretty much spread across all countries, and I'm based in UK due to my personal life. Yeah, it's spread across all countries. In fact, we have a lot coming from the US, quite a fair amount coming from Italy and Madrid, and so Spain, and quite again a good amount from France. So I'm in the UK, and because I'm in the UK, I'm trying to build the UK market where we are not really present for them.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Well, finish the chat now, but that was that came across really well. I think so. We'll play it back, and because you're a lot more relaxed and answering questions. Yeah. So if we get the questions right to tailor it, I think it'll be fine. It's much easier to talk in an interview.
I agree with that. That's why I'm not a salesperson. I'm very bad at that. Yeah. And for the moment, everything has been built or everything has been effectively achieving was more a question of knowing the right person, then talking to them, getting to a pub one or twice to effectively explain what will be the whole deal, and then working together. So I'm not good at, and I'm sure you've seen it on the video. I'm not very good at.
You're frightened. You are nervous and frightened, and it's common. It's normal. It's not abnormal. It's the difficult person is somebody who does an awful video, but they think it's great.
So I know it was awful. I know it was awful.
That's a bit of a problem, sort of thing. But so that's cool. Okay. What's the other question I was going to ask? Are there any companies? I mean, this is just for my knowledge now. Are there any sort of partner agencies that you're working with at the moment in London that we can? Are there case studies, or are there any sort of situations? Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm working for. I'm working in right now to give you some case studies about what we have done.
The kind of thing would be that we met PS London. They specialize in business to business, and they're very much into the educational. This is one of my clients, by the way. They're into the educational market, and they wanted to be able to buy social media or online advertising. And we went in, analyzed their full requirements, and produced a portal for them that enables them now to be able to confidently be able to put advertising spend to their clients and handle it very efficiently. And that's going very, very well. That kind of thing, isn't it? It's just dropping a name and just, explaining, what they did and what you did, and, this is how it's working. It's that kind of feel. So people think, oh, that's great. We're similar to them.
So typically, if I can give you an example, it would be again the one which is the most fresh, and the one which is like in the UK. So it will be for IAM Marketing, so the West End Shows agency.
Yeah.
So for them, because they are a small company,
Mm-hmm.
but they are growing a lot because they are effectively it's a two producers who are pulling off together their own production and going out to get other budget from other production, and proposing to them marketing or what they believe marketing should be, because they have been in the market for quite a long time, and they saw like what are the strategy who are achieving to get results and the one who are not.
Yeah.
So effectively, they want to do that, and they wanted to do that, and they built a company called I Am Marketing. I think it was in 2017 or 2018, something like not far ago. And from the first year, they were like, okay, but one of the main ticket sales provider is an online part with a website ticket, so ticket platform and things, but we don't have any, and we don't know how to promote them to. And if we go to Ticketmaster or other big companies like that, it's quite a big black box. They don't know exactly how much those guys are making, and they don't have any. Effectively, when you work with Ticketmaster, you just give them tickets and they sell them for you without giving you the right price of what they're selling. So if you try to sell it for on your official website, you try to sell your ticket for 60 quid, those guys will be undercutting the price by, let's say, 30%. So they will be selling it for 40 just to get the traffic.
Right.
And to sell it. And therefore, they are effectively selling all your ticket, but with a huge discount from the day one, which is not a good thing for those producers.
Yeah.
So what we built for them is we got a partnership with a website agency, because I'm not doing websites. So we got the partnership with a website agency. We built for them some beautiful ticketing website.
Yeah.
That's the first part. And what we did all the marketing around that, all the online marketing around that, to make sure like when they got budget, and when they know what they want to do, so if they want to do social media, search, or just retargeting, we have an online web page where they can go. They fill in all the values they want. So they want to spend £500 on the 1st of March up to the 28th of April on Facebook. They said exactly what they want. So we want the ads to be like this with those pictures and blah, 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 blah. Press send, and then we fill that into the Facebook business manager, and he started spending. And then after the time which is needed, they receive an invoice with the £500 invoice, and they paid for it, and everything is automatized.
Right.
And by doing that, effectively, it allows them to be able to go to the granularity of the campaign and proposing a lot of smaller strategies for 50 quid, 100 quid, 200 quid. They couldn't do before because it would have taken them too much pressure, and they will have to have hired someone who would have cost like 30 quid, 30,000 pounds or 40,000 pounds a year, what they couldn't afford. And by doing that, from 2018, we had a turnover of 60 grand, I think. And 2019, I don't know exactly because I don't have the last figure, but it's already 180 or 200,000.
Right.
And 2020 will be a bad year because West End shows have been closed down. But on the first 2 months, we were already like ticketing like pretty much 100,000. Wow. So the trend was going up and was crazy up. So there were something, and there's still something. We are just waiting now for the West End shows to go back online, if we can say so, which won't be before October or even perhaps not before next year. We'll see exactly. But I believe typically the agency you are talking about on the education part will be something we could propose in the same way. Some so I will have to discuss with them more to understand exactly what they have, what they don't, what they want exactly, and how do they work exactly too. But according to the way they work, we could be just plugging ourselves into the system you have proposed to them, or perhaps duplicating that system with something else. And at the end, when they have a campaign they want to run, they get in, say what they want, click saying that's what I want, and boom, having it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And receiving an email, they're saying like receiving an email telling them
I
what
think
is
that's the
done.
key. I think from this conversation, the thing we got to get across is that we've got the ability, or what we offer an agency is that they can become their own sort of media.
Yeah, but that's, yeah, we are white labeling
your
ourselves. So
yeah,
so
your
effectively, what
backroom.
we do it in a transparent way, because there is no point for us to say there is no point for us to.
Is there analysis of the advertisements and the responses and that kind of thing? Does that sort of come from your system, or does it come from other areas?
It will come from our system, but effectively we are not rediscovering the light or anything. It's coming effectively from Facebook, Google, or other. We have just put an automatized system who can pile up a report from those guys and to send the final report to the client. After, if the client wants to get the report from the platform, meaning Facebook by itself, there is no problem. He has access to it, so he can take the report if he wants.
Would agencies that are doing PPC, pay-per-click advertising, they tend just to do PPC, just ads on Google AdWords or whatever. Would it be a marketplace that, for the bigger ones, the more significant ones, that we could offer a service that sort of extends their capabilities of placing ads in social media and things like that? Would they be potential customers?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it could be something. Yeah, of course. It depends about their strategy, obviously. Depend about if they want effectively to increase their what they are doing. But effectively, we could help them to propose new way to buy media, of course, because they have the client. So if the client typically a client which is doing PPC and want to offer some offline advertising at the same time, so radio, TV, print, out of home or something, that's something we could help them to develop, which is completely different. After on the digital.
But really, the target audience is going to be agencies that are doing social media for people, that they can all of a sudden, instead of just advising, they can actually implement, because they get the system and then they can do it themselves. People who are already in it, PPC, people like that, and bigger agencies that are come across these sort of things, and it would be quite appealing to some of the bigger agencies that they can actually control their own media for their clients. And so we got I got quite a few contacts myself, but we got quite a few. That marketplace is going to be quite good. So we can, I believe so. When we hit the road, we're going to be. It's going to be good. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Let me play this back so you can see it. But I think it's fine. So the next stage is we just got to get a script together. Okay. So that we cover the areas. So if you want to outline what you think is important, So just a bulletproof, a bullet thing. So you'd say, I need to explain what we offer an agency. I need to explain why it's unique, why it's different. There aren't many people doing this. I want to explain the company that's got lots of experience in Europe, and that I'm here to set up, develop the UK area. That I want to explain my case study, the case study of the ticket company. I want to explain. Do you see what I mean? Just make a list of the things we want to explain, and then we can do a a conversation like this, and you know, it'll get better and better as we do it, because my questions will be better, and your answers will be better, and it'll be fine. So
Yeah, perfect.
probably if we do it, you know, if we get a script between us, and then we do 1 or 2 videos based on the script, we'll probably have it pretty much done very quickly. So I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I think that would be a good way to make it. Yeah.
Okay. So listen, we'll stop now. I'll send you the copy. We both have a look at it. I think it feels good at the moment, so that's good. And
then I will write my bullet point of what I think I perhaps have missed or to say there, or just to emphasize what is the best thing. And yeah. I think that,
just make a list of the points to cover in an interview that explain everything that we're trying to do. And I, from what's come out of this conversation that I didn't appreciate is that you essentially produce a unique system for an agency that enables them to become media. Everyone always wanted to be a media agency because they traditionally are the ones that make lots of money, good money, yeah? But it's always very, very difficult for agencies to do that because there were regulations and, you know, it was very tight and it was very difficult. So only the bigger companies ever became those sort of companies.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas now, with this system, it enables, you know, and the key thing, it's like politicians, isn't it? Getting a key thing that you can repeat all the time that sort of gets the point across. And I think, you know, it's that, you know, an agency can become a media agency without any real hassle, because you guys have done it, and it's, you know, there's the platform, and away we go. Are there any costs for using the platform that we got?
No, we make it like quite simple. The only thing is we are getting a commission on everything which is going through the platform.
You get a commission on everything that goes through.
Yeah. So everything is free to use the platform. The platform is free to use, but obviously there is a commission on the.
But even after your commission, the rates are lower than. They're pretty low, are they?
Yeah. So the rate, we are already getting like a better rate than pretty much. If they were calling themselves, they will get like a bigger rate anyway. So we have better rate than pretty much anyone. And our commission on, if you put all the rate we have plus the commission, is still like better than what they will get by calling themselves. So we work on our commission in a media basis. So depending on the media, typically if they want to have search marketing, because search marketing is a crowded place where you have so many big companies already. Or commission is quite low because we won't be competitive if not. After, in a programmatic marketing, you have price. When someone is telling you that that price will need to be $1 CPM, effectively is paying 30 cents. So people are making 70% of margin in these kind of areas. So effectively, our commission is higher. We are taking 20% on programmatic media. So just to give you, so it's between 5% for Google Ads, Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, to 20% for programmatic media.
Wow.
And after, everything is in between.
Yeah.
And
it's nice business. It's a good business model, isn't it?
Yeah, it's simple and clear. You want to use us, you pay a proportional amount of what effectively you are getting out of us. That's it.
Yeah. The key is that you're enabling the agencies to become media agencies without the cost, and that is something that a lot of agencies would like to do. So we got a winner.
That's
super.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm glad to do that.
Make some notes. Yeah, make some notes for the script, and I'll go through it as well and make some notes, and then we'll tie them up, and then we'll have a question and answer next week. and see if we can bag it, as they say.
Yeah, we will.
Right.
Sure we will.
Okay. Take care. Bye, Omar.